Morning, Steve Freed in Chicago with the morning grain comment. Well, happy Friday. The world's had a chance to trade the USDA numbers, and overnight beans up about a nickel, wheat's up about a nickel, and corn's about unchanged. It's good to see the stock market up about 300 points, kind of rebounding from the 10% loss that we've seen, and maybe that market now has seen a correction that is a little overdue. And we'll just kind of see as far as the news is concerned. Crude's up a little bit. That market dependent upon China buying and also OPEC production controls, and we'll see how all that shakes out as far as money flow is concerned. It's kind of interesting that the USDA put a pretty wide range in soybean cash prices here in the United States. A low of $7.35 and a high of $9.85. I guess they want to be right. The average is $8.60, which is unchanged from last month, and maybe that's offering a little bit of support in the bean market. We expect export sales to be around 1 million tons today, and there's quite a bit of debate on what the final bean exports are going to be here in the United States. Some people are as low as 1,800. Some people think that the USDA numbers will be right, with non-China demand increasing because of the steep discount of U.S. beans versus Brazil. Brazil weather is off to a great start, and Argentina is supposed to get rains next week. So in 20 of the last 22 times in which the USDA raised the soybean yield in October, it went higher in November, only by about half a bushel. But we're just going to have to see if that happens down the road, given how much rain has fallen in the last 10 days across the Midwest, and talk of quality concerns. Over in the corn, the average price the USDA's got is $3.50. Cash-wise, the range is $3 to $4. Some people think that these corn's in a $3.65, $3.85 range until after harvest, and question whether or not July 19 corn can trade much over $4, given talk about U.S. farmers increasing acres next year. And it's interesting to note that in the 3 years in which the USDA raised the corn yield August to September, but dropped it from September to October, all 3 times the November and final corn yield went down. So maybe that might offer some support. USDA is estimating average wheat price at $5.10 versus $4.72 last year, and again the market was disappointed that the USDA did not shift some export demand out of Europe and Russia to the United States, and we'll have to see if that happens down the road. Corn export sales expected somewhere between 1 million and 1.5 million tons, wheat 300,000 to 600,000 tons. And there was a report out that China is considering limiting the amount of protein used in feed hog rations. The question mark, though, there is that soybean meal domestically in China is still the cheapest protein to add to the hog ration. So can they pay up just because of the trade issues? Funds yesterday, buyers of 7,000 beans, 20,000 corn. They are now short 50,000 beans, 50,000 corn, and short 24,000 wheat. So we'll just kind of have to see if they want to keep those positions into the end of the year. For the week, wheat prices down 9 cents, corn up 2, beans down 4. And we'll just kind of see how we slide into the weekend. Weather-wise in the Midwest, next 10 days should be clear. No rain, start out cool, and end up closer to temperatures near normal. As always, these are my thoughts and not those of ADM or ADM Investor Services, and have a safe and profitable trading day.